Hi, welcome to Homeschool Together. Today we're going to talk about Race to the Treasure. This is a cooperative game from Peaceable Kingdom. This is ages 5+, although we started playing this with our daughter when she was 4. This is 2 to 4 players. It takes about 20 minutes. And this is a path-laying game where you're trying to collect keys so that you can get to the end of the path before the ogre gets there first. This is a really fun game because it's cooperative like all of the Peaceable Kingdom games, which we love for these younger learners. It's just a great way to introduce them to games. And this also has some beginning strategy concepts where you're sharing in decision making and trying to decide what the best move is. So it's really a great way to start them off. So let's take a look and find out how it's played. This is Race to the Treasure. So the goal of this game is to start here and create one continuous path all the way to the end while collecting 3 of these keys before the ogre makes it to the end. So the way that we start this game is we're going to roll 2 dice. This one is marked A through F, and this dice is 1 through 6. So we roll them together. So it's B5. We're going to take a key and we're going to put it in B5. Okay, we're going to do this for the other 3 keys as well. So eventually you'll have 4 keys all out here on the grid. So this shows some early math concepts, which I love. And then once you have all your keys, and please forgive me that we actually have a key that is misplaced. So I don't have 4 to place, but imagine you had 4 out here. And there's also one other piece that has taken a walk, which is a little ogre snack. And that goes on the board as well based on the dice. So the goal is you've got to get 3 of the 4 keys and you fill them out here to get to the end. Now the way that you get those keys is on every turn you're going to be drawing a tile, and that tile is either going to be a path or an ogre. If you draw an ogre, it's going to go here in the ogre's path. Again, when these are full, if you aren't at the end first, you lose. If you draw a path card, you have to play that path card. But the challenge is knowing where to play it. So for example, if this was here and I drew this card, then you have to ask, well, should you place it here so we can get closer to the key? Should we go this way? So maybe we could get the keys down this way. So there's some decision making that happens. Now you can have several paths. Oh, I drew an ogre. You have several paths that can come off of the main path. So you could say, well, I'm just going to take a detour here to collect this key. And once I've got the key, I can maybe continue with this path. So you can split off your paths, but the more tiles that you play before you get towards the end, the more chances there are that you will draw another ogre, right? So that's kind of the whole game. You're just going to be drawing 1 tile at a time and then making a decision as a team where to place that tile. This is a really great way to start thinking about strategy. So many games that we play are tile laying games. This is the earliest version that I've seen of one, and I love the collecting keys concept. The ogre snack, it's like looks like a little lunch box. Gets placed on the board, and please forgive me that I don't know where it's walked off to, but that goes on the board, and if you get to the little ogre snack, you get to take one of the ogres off the path, which is great. This game can be particularly hard, depending on where the keys end up on your initial dice roll. That can be really difficult, and sometimes it's the path cards you draw. We lose this game, I think, more than we win it. But we always have a really good time. Our kids always ask to play it again. It was a favorite of our older daughters when she was in pre-K, and our younger daughter has now picked it up and really loves this game. So we highly recommend it for just the replayability and the variability because of the placement of the keys and the snack. We gotta make another little snack. The other great thing about Peaceable Kingdom is if you lose parts, as we have lost, you can always contact the company and they'll send you new parts, which I really appreciate because as we know with kids, pieces don't always stay in the game box where they belong. So that's Race to the Treasure by Peaceable Kingdom. It's a great little tile laying strategy game to start out with your pre-K or kindergarten students. Plays pretty fast, and our kids have always really enjoyed just figuring out what the best path is. And so I think it's a great introduction to tile laying games overall, which is just such a big part of modern board gaming. I think it's great that we can start with this younger set. So hope that you get a chance to check this out because it's a really great game, and we hope that this review helped you and your family on your homeschool journey.